Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your message about how your prayer is being answered. And to do this reading I will be pulling out 3 cards for this reading, but if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will as always find the timestamps to that listed down in the description box. The timestamp for that listed in the description box. Okay, so how is your prayer being answered? What is your message about it? Let me pull out your 3 cards. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. For pile 1, you've got rest. For pile number 2, you've got symbols. And for pile number 3, you've got banish. If you, as always, prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the Malakite. For pile number 2, you've got the Mookaite, Jasper. And for pile number 3, you've got the white Howlite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, you know how this works. Trust your intuition. It will always guide you and lead you to the messages that you're meant to hear. You never know. You might just have several wishes that are about to happen for you at the same time. Or maybe the different piles will explain the different aspects of this wish and how it's coming true. It all really depends on how you feel when you look at your piles. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times. I will see you in your readings, and please note that in a moment I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your signs, then my dear soul family, this part of the introduction was created specifically so that you can pick your piles using your signs as well. And in a moment, I will be assigning right now, drawing out different signs for each pile after the shuffling. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready. Let's pull out the first 4 signs. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the signs for pile 1 are Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, as well as Virgo. The signs for pile number 2 are Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, as well as Sagittarius. And of course, the signs for pile number 3 are Libra, Leo, Aries, as well as Scorpio. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, please feel free to, of course, do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your message regarding how your prayer is being answered. So these are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box. Okay, let's go again. Sorry, I feel like I want to shuffle it properly. There we go. 2 cards. Before we begin your reading, let me introduce your pile to you. Interesting. This deck that I just pulled this card out of, I put it the other way around, and I saw this card that really drew my attention. So I'm going to take it for you guys and then start putting it the other way around so that they don't distract me again. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Malakite. Your significator card is the Rest card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, and Virgo. Let's go again. If I'm thinking, it's not it. There we go. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's check out what you have in terms of your oracle cards. Other than this high drama, one's really happy, one's really sad. Okay. You've got watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Seriously? Is this like, this can't be a coincidence. What are the odds? Okay, so you've got Saturn in Aquarius with eccentricity. And you've got protective nest. Okay, you've got inheritance. Ooh. Okay. Nest and inheritance. And finally, you've got Sun in Virgo with health. Interesting. I've noticed that the signs for this pile that were associated, with this pile, are very similar to the signs that came out, Aquarius and Virgo. So we have Aquarius and Virgo, and strong Aquarius and Virgo energy. Virgo is like health. It could be your work. It could be your everyday routines. Aquarius is how you think about something. Just an observation, but yeah, let's take a look at the rest of your... There's definitely something about rest, because look at the nest here. Home, rest, something of that nature. So, let's pull out your tarot cards. This way we'll get a clear understanding of what your message is when it comes to your prayer that is being answered. Oh, this one slid out. Let's take it. You've got the Queen of Wands. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. They look very similar, this figure and the Queen of Wands. It's like you being on top or something. You being very fortunate. Okay, and you shining bright like the sun. Is someone here watching this pile an actor? Because of all of this shining bright, being watched, all this the masks, drama, high drama. It could be. In any case, you've got the Four of Wands. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. And you've got the Justice card. We do have space for one more card, actually. So let's pull this one out. And you've got the Six of Cups. Let's stop there for a moment and inspect the reading. I'm not sure yet what wish you have in mind as you're watching this reading, but I do have a strong message coming through. When it comes to this huge wish that you have, there is the idea of lay back, rest, and relax. Should you be doing your part? Yes, but it's kind of like your part alone is not just what's going to make this wish come true for you. There is also a powerful energy, like a person or something else, an organization, depending on what your wish is, your family. There is another hand in this, a powerful hand, that along with your efforts with Virgo and your thoughts and your open-mindedness about it, that is going to unite to make this wish that you have in mind come true. And let me tell you how I reached this conclusion as your message. Here in this significator card, you can see a person sleeping right next to a bear in hibernation. The card is called Rest. And that's because in Slavic history, and even in the past, the scientists, they've realized, or the archaeologists rather, they've realized that there was between the Neanderthals and the bears, there was this symbiotic relationship. They found in the caves that the early humans, they would follow the bear to find safe place, safe caves. So they would follow them. They would find a place to, they would find food, follow them again, and they will find the food that they're looking for all through the bear. And so they would find remains and depictions of the humans even resting next to the bears. So that doesn't mean that they didn't fear them. They absolutely feared them to the extent that they wouldn't even that they had another name for the bear. They wouldn't just call them bear because they would be afraid to summon them, right? So you would find that as I read the word bear in Polish, Russian, Czech, it translates to honey eaters rather than just saying bear. So all I'm trying to say is they did fear them, but they highly revered them. They highly respected them. There's even what's the word called? Suggestion that they could have even worshipped the bear. So what am I trying to say? Do you see the idea that many things many important needs for these early humans were found easily? All these opportunities they were looking for were found easily through following the bear. And due to this symbiotic relationship, I am getting this idea that you are getting the message of lay back, rest, yes, do your part, but you will be awestruck, like you will be super surprised with Saturn in Aquarius eccentricity to see how a difficult situation becomes very easy through your relationship with someone or your natural connection with something. Maybe this natural connection could be the privilege of what you studied, the privilege of where you come from, the privilege of the people you know, who knows, something like that. You have a strong privilege you may not even yet be aware of, a privilege through some form of power with the Queen of Wands, your connection through some form of power, that will give you a huge privilege and huge fortunate advantage that will make this wish happen. I see you being offered something through the Knight of Wands, through the Six of Cups. Again, a relationship of like a bigger person giving something to a smaller person. And this reminds me of when I was, I'll tell you why I'm telling you the story. When I was a very young girl, my cousin was in the same school as me. This really reminds me of that. She was in kindergarten. I was, I don't know, in second grade perhaps. And although I was still a young child, but to me she was much younger, and I used to take care of her. So I would go to the kindergarten and we'd meet right at the door, just like that. And I would ask her, and I had my own little pocket money, but I would go up to her and say, do you want anything? Would you like some chocolate? Would you like some biscuits? Would you like something? And she would say, yes, I would like some cookies, please. So I would go and get her some cookies and come and give it to her in the kindergarten. And then when we grew up, this memory really stuck with her in her heart. She would tell me, she would always go back to that memory and tell me, remember when you used to come to my kindergarten? I mean, it was a long, long time ago. And from that time I traveled. We haven't seen each other for years. And then we reunited again when we were older. So she would always tell me, remember when I was a little girl and you would always come and ask me, what would you like to have today? So it was a lovely memory here, which makes me go back to the family part here with protective nest. It's starting to make me feel like this protective person, this protective energy might even be someone who will feel like family. It could be family for some of you watching, or it could be a powerful person who will treat you like family, or a powerful organization that will take care of you. For example, like the embassy. If you're in another country and you go to your embassy and you're like, this happened, and they're like, we'll take care of it, don't worry, and you feel protected. I don't know what your wish is, but all I can tell you, see, with inheritance, with protectiveness, all of these things come from family, right? So your fortune, your wish being answered, seems to be coming from a powerful person, a powerful organization, and the like, etc., 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 who will feel very much like family to you. And they will be happy to share with inheritance. They will be happy to share something very valuable with you. And this will help in your leveling up. They would love to offer you something officially with the Justice card. And so long as you are within their walls, within their organization, within their cave, whatever this means in your reading, you will always be something about legally or officially protected. Nothing within these walls can come near you. So your reading is saying, lay back, relax, and watch it happen. That does not mean that you're not guided to take care of yourself. You know, Virgo is what? Take care of your health. There's something about guidance of taking care of your health, taking care of your daily routines, taking care of your work, taking care of yourself and what you need to do. And don't overburden your mind with the difficulties you are currently going through, because you will watch the magic happen in the weirdest way, with eccentricity happen. You will not believe it. Perhaps you'll go from absolutely upset to absolutely happy. You can see the dramatic effect from this face to that face. One is super upset, very sad, and the other one is elated, very, very happy. It's like life is smiling at them. So your guides are saying your message today is lay back, rest, relax. You know, you have a symbiotic relationship, natural relationship with another type of energy, and both of your needs, both of your opportunities are aligned, and so you're not really going to miss anything. You have a role. Try your best. These people had to follow and find the bear in the first place. Yes, you do have a role, so stick to it, but don't worry much about what's next, because you're going to be very fortunate. That same powerful force will make you very powerful and on top. They have a bigger role here than you. And I would love to pull out your cards and see what this powerful force is actually going to be helping you out, and what value, what great value will they be offering you. Very interesting reading. My dear pile number 1, I wish you the best of luck with this. But yeah, let's get more details about it. So you've got the Hierophant. Definitely someone with a lot of power, no question about it. Someone with a lot of power, perhaps someone with a lot of followers. Someone who has like their word means something. When they say do this, it's done. When they say no, it's no. Someone with huge power here. Okay. You've got the Fool card. And you can see the difference here. Just like our connection with the bear, they had way more power than we did back then. That's not to take away from our power, of course, but that's the reality. And this is why we greatly relied, or the Neanderthals greatly relied on them back then. So there is a huge night and day difference in power, it seems, between between you and the power that they have, but they want to use this power to your favor to help you out. So maybe, okay, you've got, maybe I heard it 3 times, so I'm just going to say it. Maybe you're just starting out something, the Fool card. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, so one of the things that they will directly, it seems, have an effect on when it comes to you seems to be about money, or some form of resource that is important to you. Okay, you've got the Devil card. The Knight of Swords. The Four of Swords. Talk about this person or this organization being super protective of you. Okay, and you've got the Five of Cups. So what is this saying? We're asking, how are they helping you? They are, first of all, helping you through knowledge. They will be giving you a lot of knowledge that maybe you didn't have access to, maybe as a beginner or someone who is not in the position that they are in. So they will equip you, first of all, with a lot of knowledge. What's going on, what to do, what to avoid, how to avoid the traps, and so on. They will equip you with resources, whether these resources come directly from them or through their guidance on how to get these resources. Another thing they will do is that they will help free you from maybe an attachment that you can't get out of, help free your mind from limiting beliefs as well, or help free you from a toxic situation or a toxic partner, a toxic employer, a toxic something. They will help, free you from that toxicity. And finally, they, in terms of treating you like family, they will help console you and give you peace from something that you have been feeling greatly disappointed with. Especially this consoling and this help and all of the things really they will be doing for you will leave a beautiful mark in your heart. This will create a beautiful bond, maybe even forever bond between you and this person, this organization, a beautiful connection, a genuine connection happening that will stand the test of time. And it seems like this person will be there for you in the highs and in the lows. And so long as you are with them, their walls and their power will be protecting you, especially legally. There is something about lay back, rest, and relax. Yes, have you gone through difficulties before, disappointments, some sadness? I feel like your message today is leave all of this behind. You're connected, whether you realize it yet or not, to a type of person or energy that will make this wish come true. And they know their way. It's their natural power. They've got the knowledge. They know they will be able to. They can lead others. Maybe others easily listen to what they've got to say. And they will make this happen. So just do your part, take care of yourself, and it's going to happen in the weirdest ways that you're not expecting. Are we allowed to find out these weird ways? Are we? Yes or no? So let's ask first, yes or no? Well, you can find out a peek, just a little bit. You can actually get a little bit of a peek on how it's going to happen in a weird way. So let's see what we're allowed to know in your reading. How is this happening in this weird way as your reading suggests? Oh my God. Same card. 2 of Wands. 9 of Swords. So first of all, by the way, and I'll be reading it in the context of the whole row, but I have a note here. Your cards are giving you a peek to assist you in releasing the stress and the worries and the anxiousness that you have today. That's why you're being given a small peek, maybe not the full picture, but a small peek to release your worries. Okay. 8 of Swords. You seem to be stuck in a situation. Maybe you can't move out of it, or it's just not happening. You're like, why is it not happening? Something like that. The Strength card. Do you see how something was so stuck here? And someone easily opens up the lion's mouth. It's like it's not going to be so tight, strong anymore. Someone with the type of understanding, power, will make the stiff lean. And you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is the wish fulfillment card. So you are getting a little peek. And your peek is through your vision and through their teachings or what they know. 2 of Wands. Each of you have a role. You will be able to make this currently stiff energy that's making you stressed be released. And that is not done through what is it called? Through aggressiveness, like this has to be done, this must be done, through anger and aggressiveness. As you can see, this will be done with a lot of tranquility. And so this is why stress and anxiousness may make it even more stiff, just like the limiting beliefs of the devil card. And so it's all through the mind and the faith. Taking it easy, going with the flow, and using your force, using your power wisely will make the stiff lean, and it will easily. That's why it's in a surprising way. Perhaps you're taking a direction where you're stressed, you're wondering, you're putting maybe even more effort. It's about taking care of yourself, taking care of the situation slowly, being relaxed, but also very focused, and being bold whenever it's needed. This will make it leaner, and this is how your dream is going to come true, through both of your combined efforts. And this is the little peek that you are meant to know about. This is the idea of the surprise. How the surprise is going to happen, that's in due time, but this is kind of like the idea of how the surprise is going to happen. Okay, well, finally, I want to ask, how are you going to meet this person? Or if you already know them, how is this collaboration going to happen? So 8 of Cups, Knight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, speaking of collaboration. Okay. 6 of Wands is the success. I believe this is where we stop. 6 of Wands is the success. So how are you meeting or collaborating with a person? For some of you, it's already in your direction, just like the bear and the early humans or the Neanderthals. They're looking for the same thing. So for some of you, it's that they will automatically, normally be on your path, and they can't be missed. They're already passionately pursuing the very thing you are pursuing. For some of you, you're already collaborating with them. Maybe they are like part of your team, part of your family. They are already part of something you are in. Home, family, company, building, area you live in, something like that. And they are looking for the same thing you are looking for. They are passionate about the very thing you are passionate about. And so you're already on the same road, whether they're part of your team or yet to be part of your team or you their team. Together, as you collaborate, because there is definitely a collaboration here through mind, power, information, you have a role that you're guided here to continue to do, to take care of yourself. At least until you meet them. Who knows what your plans are going to be, because I do see that together you will collaborate to have even better plans, great plans, and thus these plans will be executed and they will come to life as you work together. Success is on your path, yours and theirs, and they will make sure they take great care of you from the heart. Taking you from what seems to be a disappointing situation to a very happy one. They will have a huge role in allowing you to rest from the pains that you are already going through. Finally, rest. And in fact, speaking of rest, your guides are already advising you to rest now. Rest in peace. Watch it happen. Do your part. Don't worry too much about it. Continue to do what is needed every day. Watch the miracle happen. I want to ask about timing. I ask about timing. Let's just try. But please take it with a grain of salt. Don't cancel out your reading that's meant to reach you because I misinterpreted timing, for example. Because, you know, when we get to the specifics, reading energy, getting to the specifics, we may not always be absolutely correct. So yeah, take that with a grain of salt, but the timing. The 9 of Wands. Nine of Wands. Is this talking about how we're guarded from seeing the time? I think so, my dear pile number 1. I think this is what it's saying. You're not meant to know the exact timing now. Perhaps it will make you anxious, and that's what the reading is trying to avoid in the first place. Like, let it go. Kind of like, let it go, but watch it happen in your life. This is a promise. Your wish is happening in your life, and it's happening in an easy way. In fact, you're guided to move from the energy of feeling sad and upset to being very happy. Your guides are here to tell you it's going to happen. Don't worry about it. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck with your wish. May your wish come true sooner than you think. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your message in terms of how your prayer is coming true or being answered. So let's take a look at your cards to see how it's being answered. What's your message regarding that? These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading. If you're interested in checking any of them, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box for you guys. All right, so your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper. Your significator card is the Symbols card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's take a good look at your message. We'll be starting off with your oracle cards first. So you've got Moon in Capricorn with practicality. I just paused because this is your significator card has to do with symbols, right? And I just realized I've been reading symbols, Moon and Capricorn. So we'll be following the symbols for sure in your reading. You've got ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. Okay. And look, I can see something, but I'm sure you can't, so I'm going to place it near. Do you see how also these are symbols right next to your cards? So in your reading, I'm actually going to keep these symbols here because perhaps they're meant to together show us an energy, like a sign for something. Because, you know, a symbol is what? A symbol is like a character or a drawing. Used as a representation, right, of something. So like this denotes Sagittarius, the star sign Sagittarius. So seeing symbols next to each other really caught my attention. I'm gonna keep it here. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You've got Storm, and you've got Moon in Scorpio with Power. Wow. Okay. You've got Treasured Memories. And you've got Mercury in Virgo with Caution. Actually, I need space here, so I'm gonna place these here. This one there. Oh, look, there's the stairs ascending and something is descending. Okay, or maybe something is descending, you're afraid of it, and it's full of symbols, this pile. Maybe something is descending, but really your message is it looks like it's going down, but it's actually going up. Okay, so let's pull out your tarot cards and take a look at least the first row together with your oracle cards so that we can have a grasp on what your message is with regards to your prayer now becoming true or being answered. So you've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. Lovely. Okay. Something makes sense here. You've got the Sun card, the 9 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. Do you have space for one more card? No, let's stop there. Okay, I'm seeing something interesting. Your wish has to do with a goal because it says keep going forward. 8 of Pentacles is like working hard, trying to master something, trying to do something. Maybe some of you are preparing for your master's degree. Maybe some of you are trying to save someone or save yourself or save others because of this specific 8 of Pentacles. In any case, your reading is saying you are ascending. Do you see? You can't miss that. You are moving upwards, although sometimes, many times, your significator card is showing us that we should follow the symbolism, right? It sometimes looks like you're going down, but your guides are saying, really don't worry. You've got a lot of power with you. Continue to work, continue to be cautious, continue to work day by day, and you are in fact moving forward, right? It's going to happen. Your wish is going to come true. You're very well on your way, and there are many wishes after that because I see one mountain and then a path and another mountain following another path and so on, and another mountain. So what I'm seeing is you're not just going to reach that dream that you have in your mind, but it's a path that's nearly never ending, that leads to another wish, and that one leads to a bigger one. And the more you achieve, the more you'll dare to wish more, and then you'll have more, and then you'll reach that, and so on. So far ahead, there are huge dreams you're not looking at now that you can't believe will be yours one day. So 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. You can see that your wish will be coming true. And I'm trying to say that part because there's another part that I want to get to. Your wish will be coming true. You will indulge in it. You will enjoy it. And the good will win. Something about the good will win because of the god Horus. So the good will win. There's a new eon. There's a new chapter to what you're doing. Don't worry about it. But with this 4 of Cups, which talks about an emperor who had a beautiful nightingale, and this nightingale created beautiful sounds, beautiful music, so much so that people from all around the world would visit this emperor just to hear the beautiful sounds of the nightingale, right? And long story short, the nightingale started losing touch of this great gift that he had of this nightingale being there. So much so that he received a gift from the Emperor of Japan, and this was like I don't want to say a fake, a motor nightingale. And imagine, He stopped listening to the real nightingale and started listening to the fake one going toot 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 toot. And see, I don't want to get into the details of the story, but he was going to lose his nightingale because his nightingale got ill, and then he realized that he really left the fake things for the real thing. So, what I am seeing as your warning, in fact, it says caution. Are you going to get what you want? Absolutely. Your reading is full of magic. It's full of symbolism. But it wants you to remember that after a long journey, you don't want to look back and regret the beautiful things that you have in your life at this phase of your life, and the next and the next. Each phase will be different, with beautiful different things and blessings to enjoy at every stage. Each one will have something unique about it. So, your guides are saying, in terms of your prayer being answered, that's going to happen. But don't forget to treasure your memories until the next one and the one after and the one after, because that's like, this is continuous. You're magical, you're full of dreams, that's your nature, and you're gonna have sign after sign leading you from one wish to the next. You're guided to work constantly with what you have, to enjoy and not to forget to stop and smell the roses, not to forget to stop and enjoy the wonderful things that you have now. Don't take anything for granted, whether it's your health, maybe the people that you love around you, maybe there's a specific thing that you love about your home or your the view, the building, anything. I don't know. Maybe you have a wonderful manager. In any case, your guides are saying, don't ever forget to stop and soak in and enjoy the blessings that you have now, that will one day become beautiful memories, that you will look back towards and think, oh my God, I was so lucky. I had this, I had that. I was able to enjoy this. Oh, if I can pay everything and get a moment with, I don't know, with my parents, or get a moment with this friend, or get a moment with looking at this place, something or the other. And so there's definitely something that you have that your guides are driving your attention towards. Yes, always look at your goals, look at your prayers. They're coming true, for sure. Your cards are very strong. You're already moving towards it. But every stage will have something very unique, very beautiful, and you want to soak it up and enjoy it as much as you can. Enjoy that stage as well as the message that I'm seeing, as well as the message of keep moving forward. You know, when I see keep moving forward and I see storms and a storm, I see practicality, power, and caution. This makes me understand another key message that you have about your wish being answered. Your guides are saying it is normal for the weather to happen. Symbolism, right? It's important for the weather to happen. Meaning, sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's stormy. And they're all going to happen. That's life. So when it is stormy, when you're feeling like, oh my God, everything is falling, what's going on? Your guidance is to always stay calm, stay in your power. And when you are calm, you're able to take the right, necessary, practical steps to guard yourself and to be cautious with that energy, and everything will pass. as your guides are showing. Everything shall pass. So when it's stormy, don't worry about it. Just stay calm and see, right, so that's going on. What are we going to do now? 1, 2, 3, 4. And sometimes it might be a false alarm, like a 30-minute thing, 5-minute thing. And sometimes you're going to be taking great action and always moving forward. Each path you're in will help you master something that will be used for the next chapter and the next chapter. So again, the message with the Three of Pentacles of working with what you have, whether it's great, whether it's scary, work with what you've got calmly and with power, and you shall always rise. You shall always rise. Your movement is to upwards, always, in your reading, for sure. And do you notice how this figure in the Three of Pentacles is happy, although there are scary things ahead, scary monsters? They're calm, and they're fine, which is, again, as symbolism making me understand that you're meant to work with your energy, not be afraid of it. Work with what you've got. See what's going on and match it with the energy that it needs. Not to mention that with Horus, I don't know what your wish is like, but it seems like your wish sometimes is super high, and then sometimes there are things that you're handling and worried about, and your guides are like, they're just different energies. Don't worry about it. None of this is coming to take something from you. In fact, I have a message for you. When you feel like something big has come to take what you want, you're still not going to lose it. And I say that because I see Horus here, who is the son of a god that lost his reproductive part and still was able to, with Isis, get Horus. So this is where I'm getting the idea of how, even if you felt like there was at any point you've gone through a great loss, like you're like, but how am I going to achieve this prayer when I lost this? How is it going to happen when I lost that? A great message here is, whether in the past or in the future, even when you feel like, oh my God, I lost this, is it over? It is never over for you. You're meant to ascend. You're meant to move forward. That's just the plan. And even when you think that you lost something that could give you something, remember, these are all, so to speak, symbols of the 4D to help us get what we want. But really the creation is not created in the 4D. That's why some things are created out of thin air, just like magic. And so they represent a vessel in which the real energy passes through. And so this is not what creates the energy. The energy is already created. And so remember, there are millions of other ways that you can always get what you want. So be open, be calm, work with the energies, whether this is talking about now or any time during your long path. Your guides want you to remember that you will always have your prayers answered. You're going from one big wish to another bigger one, to a much bigger one than you thought you'd ever start to imagine. And it's the nature of things. As you go through big energies like that, you're going to see the cycle of life go over and over. You'll see the good, you'll see the storm, you'll see the rain, you'll see the sun. At all times, you are guided to stay in your power, enjoy what you have, and be practical. Right, this is happening. What are we going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And even when it's good, when it's sunny, always be ready for when a storm hits. That's the best way to prepare and acknowledge that there are cycles. That's just the nature of life. Right, speaking of symbols, I want to translate these symbols specifically in your reading. So let's get a piece of paper, and how about we take a keyword for each zodiac sign. So Gemini, communication, right? Cancer, emotions. Taurus, riches. Sagittarius, travel. which is interesting because you've got the card of travel. So if I were to quickly translate these symbols, I would say your guides are specifically letting you know, in terms of your wish, that there will be an emotional communication happening soon. I don't know if it's a good one or if it's a bad one, but there is an emotional communication. It could be like, for example, you're the best one that can do this job. We would love to have you on board. Or emotional communication could be, that's it, I'm tired of the way you've been treating me, I'm leaving and I'm gonna go. So I'm not sure yet. But there is an emotional communication. It seems to me like it's a positive one because everything after it is a positive one. So there's an emotional communication that's leading to riches for you and also travel. And look at that. This figure is riding the helicopter. So yeah, there could be traveling and there could be, and there will be riches here. So let's take a look at the rest of your cards and see what your message is. It almost feels like keep these words, always remember these 4 symbols. Like this is your next message. This is your message for the next part of your prayer being answered. There's communication that's going to be of an emotional nature that's leading directly to riches and travel. Okay, so let me pull out. Let's take these. Let's keep it like that. And see the rest of your cards. So you've got the 5 of Swords. This is the dreaded moment when Isis was crying. And fast forward, this is when Horus, they were able to bring back Osiris after Set has cut him into small pieces. They were able to get Horus. And by the way, Horus one day has won over Set. And it was regarded in ancient Egypt as the good winning over evil. Anyways, so yeah, very much connected. It's interesting. You've got the Magician. Did you see your card? Yes, the Magician. You've got the 8 of Swords. I love the details we're getting. The Tower card. Ooh, we've got another card. You've got the Lover's card. And you've got the 4 of Pentacles. So what are we seeing? I think we're now being taken to the now because that event is before this one. Speaking of magic, of something coming from thin air, there we go, which is what happens in your future. Okay, so what is this saying? It seems like the storm here does not represent your future, although it holds true about the message you're meant to remember. You're going to go through cycles, always remember that. But in terms of the storm, mainly, it's talking about maybe a frustration that you're going through now, or some sadness or some hurt, something that's scaring you, something that is winning over you. Yeah. Your guides want to specifically tell you something about that. Something that brings you a lot of pain, something that is kind of bullying you now, maybe. Maybe you're going through a time of your life where you're afraid things are changing, things are being chopped up. Things are like being maybe ruined, or you're fearing that it's going to be ruined. Maybe you're feeling unstable and scared, and you don't know how that energy is going to treat you. Is it going to take something valuable from you that will prevent you from getting the things that you want? It could be the very question that you are looking towards now. And your reading is saying, first of all, no. It's not. But your guides want to tell you that even if it does, that energy is held for you. It's going to come to you through thin air. There's almost something like, I just channeled an idea and I quickly lost it, and I want to like pause to regain it. Oh, there's this energy of, don't you see how easy it happened for you, or something like that? It's just channeled. If it doesn't resonate, please let it go. But I doubt it. I really, like, it hit me. Didn't you see how it came to you in thin air? And thus it will always come to you in thin air? Something like that. If it's just someone that's meant to hear it, please take what resonates. At the end of the day, what I'm sure of is with the magician, it will, and Horus, I've seen it before. I've seen the magician, and I told you the same thing, that it shall always come to you from thin air. You're meant to have that energy, and if you're meant to have an energy, whether that vessel is there or not, you're just gonna have that energy. So at this moment, as you're going through this roughness, ooh, that's really interesting. Oh my God. I don't know if this is guidance or if this is something that you're doing, but that's interesting. How juicy. Do you see the storms? So that's happening now. Something that's currently going in your life that you're afraid of. I see you. Look at how the hands are hiding the face. This animal, what is it called? Animal skin is hiding the face. Hiding the face. Are you in hiding? Are you trying to hide? There's two things about your energy here, and I'm just going to trust my intuition. Two things. First thing, you're being intelligent in how you, I don't know, hide your identity. Like, not anything illegal. Oh my God, not like that. I mean, like, maybe there's trouble around you and you're trying to like take yourself out of this trouble. There's some form of hiding here. You're being careful. You're like, I just hope I'm not seen so that I don't get into this storm energy. That's the first thing I'm noticing. You're trying to like be safe, be careful, be smart. Another thing that I'm seeing with the hair, of course, representing Rapunzel, is that you have I want to say a beautiful advantage or a great advantage. Amidst the storm, there is Rapunzel's long hair. Who has long hair like that? So there's something about you having a great advantage that maybe others didn't or don't have. And perhaps this is why you may be on the low. You're like, I've got this advantage. I'm going to stay on the low. I'm going to try not to get myself involved in this drama, you know? Something like that. And if this doesn't resonate, I'm so sorry, but you know, I really only have the cards to guess what I'm seeing. But there's something like that here. There's something like that. So why is this being referenced? Because you're meant to keep what you have. You're being guided for the time being. So this is first of all saying good job. Continue to be on the low. You are blessed. And remember, this makes sense because there was something about your reading how you will always be blessed. You will always have what's needed in any phase, up and down, right? To prepare when it's up and to be blessed when you're down. So at the moment, it looks scary, but you seem to be at a great advantage. You're worried, however, although you're at a great advantage, that things may go awry to the point where you lose something important that would allow you to birth into life or create what you want to create. I really hope you're not clicking off at this point. Oh my God. I've just got to trust my intuition and read what I'm seeing. So that's what you're worried about. You're like, I'm going to stay on low because if it hits that part, yikes, what am I going to do? I feel like your guides are saying, don't worry, you're really loved. And you're highly protected by a strong force. You're not going to lose anything. And remember that even if you do, even like one day after a long life, if you do lose something, that energy is with you. Nobody can take it from you. If it's not through this vessel, it'll be through another vessel. So you're not losing that. Continue to choose to be guarded, right? To guard what you have. Careful, be careful. Like guard maybe your money, guard your power, guard whatever it is that you have right now. And it shall pass. The storm shall pass. Don't worry. Everything will happen out of thin air. You will really be mesmerized, just like watching a magician. How things will just pop up and happen. Things will just pop up and happen. So yeah, are you meant to stay on the low? Absolutely, you're doing the right thing. Just don't be shaking, don't be scared, don't be afraid. And thus, this is talking about the present moment as well. Be practical, stay in your power, just be cautious. And choose wisely your next steps, and always remember that you are at a great advantage, and that will be the very great advantage that does save you and offers. It will be the one thing that constantly offers you help and support. And speaking of contacting others and help and support, perhaps it takes us right here. In that case, I understand the communication with the outside world. You will be communicating with someone outside of your territory, outside your building, outside your work, depending on what this is, what your wish is. Outside your home. And it's going to be an emotional one. It's kind of like, hey, I take care of you, don't worry, or I help you, I protect you, something like that. Something nice. It's like, I would love to have you on board, something like that. Beautiful communication that will leave you emotionally affected in a good way. This is leading to riches and leading to travel. It looks like you might be traveling soon. Yeah, looks like either traveling or starting a new adventure soon. And yeah, my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see as your message that is regarding your prayer being answered. I wish you the best of luck in your chapter ahead. It looks like there are many changes coming. It looks like your wish is like near fulfillment. The Horus is moving from the west to the east, and that's huge symbolism in ancient Egypt. The west is the west of the Nile bank is the land of the dead, because that's where the sun sets, and the east is where the sun rises. The east side, the east bank of the Nile, was regarded the side of the living. This is where they lived. And so here you can see it's moving from the west to the east. You're being saved. You'll survive this, is all I'm trying to say. You'll survive this. You'll be great. And very soon you'll find yourself really enjoying your life so much. Perhaps you're really nearing the first huge dream that you have. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at your message regarding how your prayer is being answered currently. So these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them down in the description box for you guys. Okay, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the white Howlite. Your significator card is the Banish card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Leo, Aries, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. Oh, sorry, but I really feel them. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's check out your oracle cards first. You've got Mars in Scorpio with revenge. It's interesting. It looks like both cards are talking about a sacrifice, right? A sacrifice. Okay. Let's keep it there. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You've got Venus in Capricorn with convention. You've got touch the sky. You know, pile number 2 also had another card from another deck with a long braid down. And so I would highly recommend you check pile number 2. Perhaps you're going to get more messages there regarding your prayer or another prayer if you feel drawn to it, of course. So it says touch the sky. You've got rivalry. You've got Moon in Libra with companionship. You've got fellow travelers with support is all around you. And speaking of support, look at that. Okay. Finally, you've got the Moon in Taurus with exaltation. Love that. Right. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards, at least the first row, so that we have a complete picture of what this is talking about. So, my dear pile number 3, what is your message regarding your prayer that is being answered? You've got the You've got the 8 of Pentacles in the background of the 8 of Cups. You've got the Moon card. On the right side is one of the figures of the Lovers card. And on the left side, on the right side is the Devil figure. Speaking of lovers, it seems like you will be making an important choice or decision very soon on your path ahead that you're not seeing. Or maybe you must make a choice that you're not seeing. Not paying attention to, perhaps. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. And funny, that's the Chariot. It's like the movement is very slow. All right. You've got the 2 of Cups. Something must be dropped. Okay, so that makes sense with Banish here. You've got the 9 of Swords. That's the background of the 9 of Cups. So it's like this dual energy. You can see it's the 9 of Swords, but the guardedness is that of the 9 of Wands. And it's the background, it's the figure from the 9 of Cups. All of these 9s are in one card. You've got the Fool card with the Hierophant. And finally, let's pull out one last card. In the first row, the Ace of Wands. Very interesting reading. Let's now break it down. Ooh, 2 cards. Let's keep them here. Let's break them down and see what this is really talking about. What is this saying? First, we've seen the different elements playing. Let's put it together. What is this saying? Fool card, Ace of Wands, a new beginning. But this time, it's a new beginning with you being aware of something, with the Hierophant. You know the keys to how something works. And so you're capable of making better choices. And so the choice here seems to be you moving away from an energy. And as you move, do you see all the pentacles on this Eight of Cups path? As you move away, make the choice to move away from a certain energy, you will find many blessings leading you to the very wish that you want. So, this reading is talking about a sacrifice, that you're called to sacrifice something. In fact, you can see it here with your significator card, the Banish card. Here, this is like an effigy of a doll in Slavic history. They've got this rite where they would throw out every year the goddess of winter, goddess Marzana, who's made out of grain and straw. Many people say she represents, there are different theories to what she represents. Some people believe she represents the a new season, throwing the winter. Some people believe it's the throwing away, the evil and everything for the town to be cleared. But I personally believe that, which is also a highly probable narrative, that it's sacrifice. It's a sacrifice to the gods, so that the next year the harvest would be to ensure, a fertile harvest, right? Why do I believe so? Because I also know in ancient Egypt there's a great similarity, and it's for the same reason that I mentioned, into ensuring a fertile harvest. So for this reason, matching the ideas of the past, this is why I think this is the probable, and I'll tell you why I'm emphasizing on this. So in ancient Egypt, they would also throw a doll. For a long time, people thought it was actually a beautiful lady, which they threw into the Nile, because it was the Nile that brought harvests to the fertile land of Egypt, Kemt, the black land that brought the beautiful harvest. And so they would sacrifice also a doll for this harvest a year of great harvest to happen. So here, this looks like a sacrifice. That's why I'm talking about this. I see that your guides are talking about how this prayer is meant to happen for you, but with rivalry, some energy that you have in terms of you doing something, a habit maybe that you're doing or not doing, is rivaling. Can we say that? Rivaling is competing with an energy that is in your favor. Perhaps this is what the moon is symbolizing here, a choice. The lovers in the moon card symbolizing a choice that you're not seeing. So the devil could be representing how something is working against you, how something of maybe a toxic nature to this wish, not that it's toxic, but something is limiting because of the chains of the devil. Something is limiting, and despite all of that, I'm noticing that there isn't a complete halt. Your reading is showing that your wish is happening, actually, but it's moving slow, super slow. It's irritating. On the other side of the chains, there is the lovers, something that you love, you see? So there are two energies on your path, competing with each other. What you love and the chains that is holding it back. Which energy is going to win is the question. So your guides are saying you have the key, and they're guiding you to make a new start, this time being aware of this energy, to release, to sacrifice, to be specific, to sacrifice that which is competing with what you want. This way, it won't be moving as slow any longer. You can say goodbye to the energy that was holding it down and hello to the abundance and the prayer of your wish coming true, because your wish is stuck right there in the 9 of Swords and in the 9 of Wands. 9 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. 9 of Wands is a blockage. 9 of Swords is stress. So you can see what's at play here. Your wish is stuck amidst a blockage and stress. Which talks about how whatever is enchaining this is also causing you stress. And so this is an invitation to drop it, to let it go. You see, it's the same thing here. Something is buried underground. You can barely see it. And you know what this reminds me of? A child being in the underworld. You probably caught what I was about to say, right? You can see the story of Persephone and Hera, who is, by the way, the goddess of harvest. And when Persephone was taken from her, tricked into getting into the underworld, and the goddess Hera was so sad, the harvest was dying. Are you sad about perhaps letting go of sadness? Could be for some of you, letting go of stress and sadness, by the way, could be the very energy that is rivaling again, that is competing with exactly what you want to do. So for a lot of you, it's release your stress. Don't be stressed. Take it easy on yourself and have faith that it's going to happen. If it's not specifically stress, it could be stress and with the 9 of Wands, something that could be blocking it. Is it a person in your life? Is it a habit? Is it a limiting belief? Is it an action that you're not taking? That's the question that you are invited to think about. Or maybe you know. And for you to receive an energy, you're meant to sacrifice another one. One must be sacrificed in order for another energy to come in, so you can start holding it and enjoying it. You must let go of the hand. You got to drop an energy to have a free hand to hold another, because at the moment it is competing with the very thing that you want. Support is all around you. Companionship. You are so supported. You're so supported by what you wish in your heart. It's not only you that wants it. You've got a whole team behind you rooting for you, wanting you to have it. But it's that energy of you must drop it for us to give it to you. You know, there has to be a swap. These two energies cannot coexist together. One must be dropped for the other to come in. So it holds energy, that other thing that you're holding on to, and it must be swapped. So what I'm seeing here is that your guides are saying, we're supporting you, we're rooting for you, we're all around you. We want to help make this wish come true. It is going to happen. In fact, despite all of that, it's moving slowly. It's still so strong that it's moving to your favor. But there's something that must be dropped. Thinking about grain and straw, grain reminds me of gluten. So if your wish, for example, is to get healthier, to lose weight for some of you maybe, then the sacrifice in that case could be dropping anything that causes inflammation or irritates your health. It could literally be gluten, but you know, that's very specific. It's there anyways. And maybe your wish, just like a crazy idea, maybe your wish is to have very long hair. If that's your wish, again, maybe there are specific foods that you can let go of. What else? Exaltation. Maybe you're looking for a lot of wealth. In that case, once you just move towards, choose to do the right things needed, you will find wealth all around you. It's that wealth is waiting to be given to you. So I don't know what that wish is, to be specific, and I think it's a bit open because many people clicking on this pile have different wishes, but at the end of the day, the message is meant to reach you, tailored to you the way you are receiving it, because you are a co-reader with me. And this is why I genuinely enjoy showing you exactly what I do, because you as a reader too, even if you don't know how to read, you're a co-creator in receiving your message. And so you're like, okay, Reem is saying this, but I know that for me, my guides are saying this is the red dress that I have in my wardrobe. I know what this is talking about. So yeah, each one will receive it in the way they're meant to hear it exactly. And I forgot to continue the story of Persephone and Hera. So there's an energy that must be released, and with the representation of the underworld, it's something maybe deeply rooted, like something that you enjoy, not that it has to do maybe with your shadow. You must kind of agree with yourself to actually release it, to sacrifice it. It's like, fine, I know I'm going to start waking up early, or fine, I know I must be organized and take the right steps towards my goal, and be disciplined. Fine, I'm gonna drop the gluten. Fine, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's a decision, and if you sacrifice it, your guides are saying you're guaranteed to have that wish come true. There's no way it's even happening true right now. It's just like super, super slow. Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles, this is like a huge representation of how something can be slow. And I'm laughing at the dichotomy, of course, not at how slow it's in your life. I'm laughing at how your guides are showing it. Something is supposed to move quickly, but it's moving very slow. So yeah, take an educated decision and begin your journey in this way. You will see that you will have that power, that energy of creation. It's just going to happen in your life. You're meant to have it. And if we speak about the long hair, which is exactly, I'll tell you exactly what I told pile number 2. This long hair is a privilege, of oh my god, Rapunzel's long hair was a privilege. Her very long hair allowed for savior, right? So you do have a great privilege, very unique to you. Maybe you're gifted with a skill, or you have great genes, or you have a privilege. Your guides are showing you have a great privilege that you can use to your favor, which will allow for this exaltation, this energy, this great privilege, this great beautiful blessing to happen in your life. And your guides are saying, we're cheering you on, you're gonna make it. Go get your baby, so to speak. Go get what you want from the underworld, from the shadow. Don't let the shadow drive this one. You drive it. Let your desires drive it. Because if you make that choice, your guides will be cheering you. They will be there making sure that you get it. Okay, let's check out these 2 cards. So this is the 9, the 8 of Wands in the background of the 8 of Swords. And you've got the World card with the Hanged Man. both signify the Hanged Man and the Eight of Swords, which is in the background. Did you notice that there is something holding you back? Do you see? Eight of Wands, like the actual cards, if we don't look at the backgrounds, the World card shows that there's completion, you get what you want. The Eight of Wands shows quick movement, you moving quickly. But why aren't these two energies happening? There's a halt in each one of them. Halt of energies in each one of them. There's the Hanged Man preventing the world, preventing the completion. There's the Eight of Swords preventing the quick movement. And so there's something in the background. It keeps confirming that there's something in the background. You see, that is making this energy in halt. The elements of the Moon card takes us to the Moon card, and it shows you that this halt is due to a decision that you're not taking it, a decision to drop or sacrifice something. How about we pull out some cards, since this is the persistent energy, and ask, what do you need to sacrifice? What do you need to sacrifice? Even if it comes out general, at least you will have an understanding of what needs to be sacrificed. What needs to be sacrificed? The Queen of Wands with the Empress. The Eight of Swords with the background of the Eight of Wands. It's the same card the other way around. So Eight of Swords, this is how it's supposed to look like with the swords. Eight of Wands, that's how it's supposed to look like instead of the swords. So it's the same card switched. So switch. Eight of Swords. At least this one is switched. You've got eight. Oh, this is switched too, because it's the background of the Eight of Wands, right? So switched. The Judgment card, and there's with the Devil, this is a limiting belief, or this is an idea. This is an idea that is holding you hostage. Eight of Swords, Devil, an idea that is holding you hostage that you need to look at. You need to realize. This is the Six of Swords in the background of the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is success and victory, as well as the Four of Pentacles. So what is holding you hostage? It is your mind. It is your mind, and Queen of Wands, it's your actions. Mind, and thus your actions. Your energy. So here's the thing. Your mind and limiting beliefs are halting your energy with the Queen of Wands, your capability of creation with the Empress. It's giving you very little, which we were seeing here, very little, although you can have so much. Also, the Empress, look at the pomegranate and the Empress. It's alluding to so many things. For some of you, it's your mind. For some of you, it's your energy levels due to how you think that's preventing this creation. Some of you with the Harvest is food. Pomegranate, the underworld, habit that your shadow is holding on to. But even if all of these things, the center here, even if all of this is true, the center seems to be focused on the mind. It is your mind at the end of the day that is causing these limiting beliefs, or causing this pause, this grip on you, that in return causes you to, causes the low energy, or causes the going to a certain type of food, or causes the actions, the actions that you keep taking. It is the mind, the judgment, the mind. Becoming aware of this limiting belief, of this idea or this shadow that is driving all of that, will empower you. Reminding yourself constantly, this is my mind, this is not me. This is my mind. And so thus, with the Six of Swords, to move slowly past it anyways. It's to have that thought or that feeling or whatever your mind causes, and to take bold actions anyway. Six of Swords, maybe you don't have to take drastic measures in the beginning, but slow, consistent movement takes you there. You can see that it will cause stability. There will be a new foundation in which you can stand on to move past this energy, these ideas. So what's the foundation? For example, new habits that allow you to easily move past these triggers or these thoughts or these feelings when they arise. And by time, this will become the foundation that creates this power. And this power will create or generate your desires. Your desires. It's all in the subconscious mind with the pomegranate, the underworld. It's all in the subconscious mind. Having a system or having something a foundational that you can stand on will help you move past it and succeed past it. So what's the foundation? Easy routines that you can create, or a practical solution that you can always lean on when these come, when these triggers or ideas come. The more you are equipped with something foundational that you can stand on, the more you will slowly but surely move past it and succeed at moving past it. But the Queen of Wands show, and it's the first card that came out, insisting that you absolutely have the power to overcome this idea, to make that choice and to overcome it. It just needs a bit of practice and a foundation to lean on to move past it. Because at the end of the day, is your wish coming true? It's already happening. But why move there so slow when you can get there very quickly? Why the resistance? And as you can see, your guides are saying, we're there, we're supporting you in every step of your path, we're cheering for you, you can do this. You know, touch the sky, the water. It reminds me of a Michael Jackson song that's very similar to what we're seeing in your reading. It was like, I know you can sail across the water, float across the sky high. Any road that you take will get you there if you only try. So keep the faith. I feel like this was a message that you were meant to hear here. Keep the faith, the faith. Any road that you take will take you there. Just continue to be aware of that shadow. That's the part that you need to focus on, and you're going there. Whatever this wish is, my dear pile number 2. My dear pile number 3. Remember your privilege, remember your message, which is to catch what this limiting belief is and to build a foundation that you can always lean on. These are your tools to regain your power and go there as faster than you think. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I wish you the best of luck. This wish is already happening for you. Just make it go quickly already. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.